Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. You're watching the NBA. It's Tuesday Hoops, and it's next. It'll be Tyreek Evans and the Sacramento Kings facing off against the Phoenix Suns. And now we send you to Phoenix for the opening tip. Kevin Harlan standing by.
We are live from the U.S. Airways Center for a Western Conference contest featuring the Suns here in Phoenix. This is Kevin Harlan here to call the action. With me, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. And now the State Farm starting lineup. Here's a look at the Sacramento Kings. We've got Tyreek Evans. Hickson is out there with Garcia. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Thomas in at the 1. And for the Suns, Hill at the 3 with Stoudemire at the 4. Brooks out there with Nash. And it's Gortat in at the 5 spot. Nash right side. Carries it from three-point range. Nash has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You know, for the Suns last season at U.S. Airways Center, 23-18 was the record at home. Still above 500, but of course not the kind of mark they've been used to setting there in the past.
Brooks against Evans. Blocked. On defense, the Suns. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Paul Westphal gave me a few minutes to catch up with him, Kevin. Doing a good job staying tight on the perimeter shooters is something that he wants his guys to focus on. He knows how much this team can hurt you if you give them too much room on the perimeter, and they're determined not to let that happen in this one, gentlemen.
Thank you, Doris. Devising a strategy, Clark, to take away that three-point shot.
Yeah, I think it's an important part of the defensive game plan because teams nowadays are just too good to not defend them from behind the three-point line.
And here's Hickson. Following the three-pointer by Aaron Brooks. Hickson with the bucket. Steve, that record of 23-18, that was their worst in the last 7 seasons at home.
Now, things may get worse before they get better for Phoenix because they've got some older players, and this is a franchise that's got some difficult decisions to make, and it's also a franchise that is very accustomed to winning. One of the all-time leaders in winning percentage in the NBA. Wow, so good on the run, knocking down that shot. That's tough.
Near the three-point line, it's Nash, and the Suns take on 2 more.
Kevin, his scoring ability is valuable, really valuable. I mean, he's a guy you can rely on to knock down shots.
Stops, pops, and the Suns tack on 2 more. On offense, here are the Kings. It's a 3-point game.
You know, one of the things I love about Steve Nash, although he is right-handed, he loves to use that little pull-up jumper he has when he's going to his left. He's pretty ambidextrous, and I think that goes back to all of the time he spent playing soccer. He was equally balanced.
And slam down home. Another look on the Sprite Slam Cam.
Boy, that dunk got everybody up off their seat.
Oh, they're loving it, aren't they, Steve?
Well, how could they not? I mean, he put the cherry on top of the sundae on that one.
Here's Thomas. Guarded now by Nash. Tipped out of bounds. And they retain possession. Alvin Lopez is checked in for Phoenix. Down comes in for Aaron Brooks. And then for Sacramento, Thompson comes in for J.J. Hickson. And it's Thornton in for Thomas. Here's Thompson. And stolen by Fry.
And look at how quickly he got his hands in the way of that pass.
And that one's good. Here's Evans. Defended by Nash. Evans dishes to Garcia. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Garcia's got 6. Evans against Nash. From down low. And the layup is good.
What an impressive start here. 4 straight hoops for him.
That very well could mean, Steve, that he's on his way for a big game.
Now Garcia. He has 6. Lifts up. The shot's good from Evans.
The finger roll finish. A little finesse for you, folks.
And finished off by Nash.
Well, he took that one to the rack with some purpose.
I'll say beautiful dunk there, Steve.
Yeah, how about the agility? Just the power and the skill. Impressive.
Here's Evans. Defended by Nash. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Hill.
Oh, we just started this.
Oh!
Got to wonder about the effort defensively. They did not get back there.
Yeah, you know what? A beautiful finish one way or the other, though.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
How amazing is it, Kevin, to see Grant Hill really enjoying a second prime in his late 30s? I mean, he's been remarkably durable for a player of his age. He's played 80-plus games 3 years in a row now.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Hakeem Warwick, he's checked in for Fry. Pietrus comes in for Grant Hill, and it's Xavier Dowdell in for Steve Nash. And then for Sacramento, Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for Cousins. Hickson comes in for Jason Thompson. And Thomas subbed in for Tyreek Evans. In low to Dallenberg. Slams it on the run.
He didn't have to get off the ground very far for that one. The big man with the slam.
Well, he makes up for any lack of athleticism with that tremendous eyes, Clark.
Yeah, he's not exactly a smooth operator, but what he is powerful. When he gets positioned in the lane, he can go up and get it done.
Good note there, Clark, on Grant Hill. He's just the third player in NBA history to record 3 seasons of 80 games or more played. Steve, after the age of 36, remarkable.
And especially when you consider the injuries that hit him in the prime of his career, all those foot surgeries. So it's been a real renaissance for Grant Hill. Just an amazing turnaround to his career and a fantastic. Player and leader for that club.
And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Well, let's just hope it's a bump or a bruise and that he's back out on the floor soon.
You know, Steve, just one of those things. It does happen in the course of battle. We'll see.
Steve Nash checked in for Xavier Dowdell. 44 seconds left in the first. Thomas up top. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Defended by Nash. A 10-footer, and the jumper is on the mark.
Right out of the gate, just filling it up.
Both teams are, guys. I mean, points coming fast and furious.
Here's Warwick, and the layup is good.
Good field goal percentage shooting to this point. They're really knocking down their shots.
Yeah, a hot start offensively has them in full control here. They're in the driver's seat, no doubt.
Nash against Thomas. The feed now to Garcia. For 3, that is good. Garcia's got his third basket of the night. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
John Sellers, Tyreek Evans.
Nash outside, and he knocks it down.
What a way to close the court. Huge 3 right there.
Yeah, and that's a deflator for the other team.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Suns lead by 7.
And I thought the key to that first quarter, guys, was the turnovers they faced with that aggressive defense.
Well, the defense, as you said, Steve, has been really aggressive, and it's paid off for them a few times already.
Don't go away. Back in just a moment. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Here's Evans.
You know, the Suns have had a rep as a run-and-gun team, but last season they didn't run all that much. In fact, they were in the bottom half of the league in fast break points.
So with Nash sitting on the bench, here's who Alvin Gentry's going with. Warwick is out there with Hill. Then it's Gortat. Then it's Brooks. And it's Brown in the 2 spot.
Well, he's showing off his defensive instincts by making plays just like that.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. As you know, DeMarcus Cousins is still young, but you can already see his potential. Coach Paul Westphal said he's a very gifted player. He's versatile, can shoot the ball from the perimeter, and he's a good passer. He has fantastic poise. The tougher it gets, the more faith I have in him. He really makes plays when you need him the most. Guys, as he continues to develop, Cousins has the potential to become one of the best centers in the league.
An intriguing young talent. Thanks. The Kings are making a switch. And he puts it down with authority. Spot slam Cam for another angle.
Well, that's a dunk you will not see very often. You won't pass. That one by.
No doubt about that.
I wish he would, though. You can never see too many of those.
Well, I love what Grant Hill represents. Such a great statesman for the game, Kevin. I mean, he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award 3 times. He's the only player to win it more than once.
Evans, Brooks covering. And the rejection by Gortat. Suns leading by 8. It's stolen by Salmons. Picked up by Brown. And Warwick kicks to Gortat. Here's Brown. Another 3 for Phoenix. Like you mentioned Hill as a statesman, his dad was a fraternity brother at Yale with George W. Bush. And his mom, college roommates at one time with Hillary Clinton at Wellesley. I mean, Steve, who'd you room with? Anybody famous?
Yeah, interesting you should ask, Kevin. I did room with Barack Obama's brother and also Bill Clinton's nephew. And then, of course, Ronald Reagan's second cousin as well. It was a fun dorm room.
A moment for the Gatorade injury report.
Well, Kevin, I got some news from the Suns' head athletic trainer, Aaron Nelson. He filled me in on the situation. It's a lower back strain, and it has him suffering through an awful lot of pain at the moment. They've ruled him out for the remainder of this game.
And finished off by Nash.
Hey, don't. Let that size deceive you now. He can get to the rim as good as anybody.
Well, he doesn't mess around once he gets there, that's for sure.
Now, guys, he loves to throw it down with some style.
Here's Cousins. Shoots over Childress. And there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Evans.
Creating that kind of shot in close is really your primary objective every possession.
Nash against Evans. Again, Phoenix.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Guarded now by Nash. And stolen by Fry. The finish. Flushes it down to finish the break.
There's no stopping him when he gets to the basket like that. If you can't foul him in time, just get out of the way.
Goes up on the top of the key. And again, it's Sacramento converting. Suns leading by 10.
Well, the Kings really struggled last year no matter where they played, but they did manage to win more games on the road than they did at home. That's kind of an interesting stat.
Here's Childress. Another three for Phoenix.
He is extremely comfortable behind that three-point line. I mean, especially when you give him that kind of room to operate.
Here's Green. Back to Evans. Launches a three, and another three for Sacramento. Going back to the Kings, they were so bad at home that to be mediocre on the road would get them more wins.
Yeah, it was really a strange thing to see, Kevin. The Kings struggle so mightily in Sacramento, but I think some of the rumors about whether the team was going to be there, what ownership was thinking, all of that had to play a role in the struggles at home. It once was one of the best buildings and atmospheres in the NBA. How's that for finishing with flavor?
Absolutely fantastic.
I think he was saving that one for a special occasion.
Backing down his Cousins. And he zips to the basket and lays it in. Cousins has got 6.
You know, they're just getting hammered inside and really need to find a way to be tougher down there. They got to be physical. They got to man up in there.
I agree. I mean, you look at the points they're giving up, most of them seem to be coming inside the paint.
Hill passes to Fry. Moving it around nicely. Nash against Thornton. And it's blocked. And here's the fast break. Jumps up.
Boy, that's almost unfair. I mean, who else can you think of with the ability to explode to the rim like that?
Well, there aren't many of them out there, Clark. You're absolutely right. Steve, unbelievable.
Yeah, that's the reason the fans love watching this guy. He's one of the league's top athletes.
From deep, Brooks, and the shot is good. Brooks has got 6 points.
Well, with the defense recovering into the lane, you've got a wide open shooter at the three-point line. And that's the problem when you don't protect the ball.
Exactly. When you surrender the ball like that, you put your defense at a huge disadvantage.
Here's Thornton, looking for his first bucket of the game. Guarded now by Nash. Here's the block. Suns leading by 13. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Hill. Again, Phoenix.
Getting out in transition, guys. They're coming fast and furious.
They've got the deep gasp me for breath here with 7 straight fast break points now, Steve.
And here's Garcia. He's got 11. He feeds it to Thornton. To stop the run. That's good on the jump shot.
You know, for a guy like him who can light it up like that, that's too easy.
From deep, Brooks. No good on the buzzer beater. that does it for the first half of play. We'll be right.
Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Damon Brew.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. The Kings trail by 13.
You know, even though the Kings finished at the bottom of the Pacific Division last season, their in-division record wasn't bad, 7-9.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Sacramento, they've got Hickson. Thomas is out there with Tyreek Evans. Then there's Garcia, and it's Cousins in at the 5. Nash with the bucket. Talking about the Pacific, the division was really pretty weak last season, Steve, overall. You were a general manager in that division. You know it can be strong, has been, but not this past year.
No, the Suns were down a little bit. Sacramento obviously down as well. As we mentioned, but 7-9 in the division, you know, it doesn't feel too bad when you're Sacramento and you're really trying to rebuild for the future.
Backing down is Gortat. Rebound by the Kings. Cousins has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Thomas against Nash, and stolen by Nash.
Well, his 4 turnovers aren't helping his team's cause at all, are they?
Oh, and a nice defensive play to interrupt the alley-oop. Here's Garcia. Oh! Replay here. Sprite Slam Cam showing it once more.
Come on now, I didn't see. Can you believe? That finish? Boy, a little bit of flair and flavor at the end of it.
Oh, that'll be a fan favorite, all right.
That was not your average typical dunk. And last year I thought was a tough season for Tyreek Evans. He was the reigning Rookie of the Year, but had a number of foot injuries caused him to miss almost 30 games. And when he did play, he struggled with his shot, only 42% from the field.
The Suns making a switch here. Brown's checked in, and a change for the Kings. Thornton's checked in. Here's Evans. A shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Evans has got 9.
And Steve, you know it's always tough when you're dealing with injuries, but I think also when you've been the Rookie of the Year and you come into that second year, teams are geared up to make you do things you're not comfortable doing. But I think more than anything, it was the injuries that set Tyreek Evans back a bit.
Evans against Nash. He dishes it to Gortat. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. And the Suns lead by 15.
Second half is flowing nicely so far on offense. 75% from the field is what they're shooting.
Garcia's shot is good.
What a fantastic performance from long range.
Well, that's been his territory all game, Steve.
Well, the Suns missed the playoffs a year ago, and there's a lot of speculation about whether they will begin a rebuilding process. Steve Nash obviously getting up there in years. So the question for Phoenix, do they trade him? Do they keep him? Do they still try to build around him? One thing's for sure, they need an infusion of young talent.
Fader on the way. That's good for Nash on the assist from Channing Frye. Frye's got 5 assists tonight. Evans with it. 9 points in the game so far. Cousins kicks it out to Evans. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Evans has got 11 points. All good questions to look for answers for, Steve. Certainly the Suns need more young talent. This is a team that was selling first-round picks only a few short seasons ago.
And, Kevin, that's rarely a good idea. I mean, even on a stacked veteran team like the Suns where you look at players like Luol Deng, Rajon Rondo. I mean, those players selected with some of the picks the Suns sold away. Sometimes those moves can come back to make you squirm a little bit.
Yes.
Right, you just see them taking it strong into the paint over and over again.
Yeah, that really seems to be the strategy, partner. I mean, pound it inside.
With the fadeaway. Sacramento grabs the miss.
I'm not sure why he's fading away. He could have gone straight up for that shot. He would have had a better chance of making it.
Guarded now by Nash and stolen by Nash. Goes for the alley-oop.
Wow! Great lob, great catch, perfect execution on the alley-oop.
And not just with any old finish either. The big stuff.
Yeah, little something for everybody, Kevin.
And here's the... intentional foul, but you know it's coming here at a very inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a bad play there. I mean, that can really cost you the game. You've got to be smart when you make those intentional fouls.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Robin Lopez is checked in for Gortat. Warwick comes in for Channing Frye. Michael Petrus is checked in for Grant Hill. And it's Brooks in for Steve Nash. Pulled from the top of the key. Nice shot by Evans. Evans has got 6 here in this quarter.
We've seen some great shooting from him today. They've got to lean on him a little bit more.
Suns leading by 14. Out Brown.
Yes, indeedy. Boy, I love that one. That's not just any plain dunk. That has some panache to it.
It's an energizer, guys. That is an energizer.
That is, and that will lift the whole team up.
Now here's Evans. He's got 13. Thompson dishes to Dallenberg. Pocket 6. And the pass to Thompson. Deflected. Evans. Whoop, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here is Brooks. It's a 16-point game. Here's Warwick. Up and in on the way.
Another fast break move. They're just outrunning their opponent here.
You know what, Steve? I think the defense has left themselves vulnerable, and they're learning the hard way that speed definitely kills.
He's on a ton to help this team, guys. And he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome.
We've seen Nash getting it done. He's got 30 points and 4 steals. You talk about being on, he's been it. Not even one missed shot so far.
Yeah, this is superhuman stuff we're seeing right now.
2K Sports. Back in a moment here from the U.S. Airways Center. As the 4th quarter gets going, let's swing it over to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Spark report. Doris.
Hi, guys. Well, it was the stretch by the Suns that garnered the Sprite Spark today. Coaches love when there's no let-up on the defensive end, and they continue to extend their lead by simply not giving up any points. It's been a clinic out there on the defensive end, guys.
Great stuff as always, Doris. Thank you, Clark. That was the game's critical point.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really think it was. I mean, they really tipped things in their favor. No doubt about it.
And that's going to happen to you when you keep piling up those points. Like, when you get on the run like that.
So, Nash sitting on the bench. Here's a well. is in the middle. Michael Beatrice is out there with Brown. And it's his Sun lead by 18. Intercepted. Here's Green. He's covered by Brown. Looks up the baby hook. And Green gets it to go.
Well, using his height advantage against a much smaller man, that was the right play to make there.
Gets it to go. 9 points for Stephen Brown.
I think they're only holding out of those teams. Slow them down with a double team.
Well, they got to stop that lead, put the tourniquet on it. It seems to be tough to play straight up.
And that one's good.
It's been all about ball movement here. Great passes.
Yeah, anytime you got enough self-esteem, the ball will find you with the play.
And foul hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot.
You know, Beatrice wasn't getting an awful lot of playing time last season before the argument he had with Coach and Gundy last November. But when that happened, the minutes even got squeezed tight.
And the Suns are in a different look. Cortez just in from Oklahoma. Fry comes in for Cleveland. Josh Childress, he's checked in from Grant Hill. And it's Nash in for Shannon Brown. Then for the Kings. He's checked in for Dallas. And Tyreek Evans in for Jason Thompson. Phoenix making some changes. Robin Lopez is checked in for Cortez. Warren comes in for Channing Frye. And Douglas is done in for Nate. Now Evans. Evans right side. He kicks it to Douglas. Pushes it up. Back, we saw him on the last time on the floor. And Phoenix surprised me far.
It did, because you look at Beatrice as a versatile defender. He can knock down threes. Like the season and yet the season turned around and February 3 minutes. So interesting that he lets it in.
And Warren kicks it up. Get that and the Suns make by 16.
But the big spread between these teams, how many of their baskets have been assisted on. But yeah, you need to get credit for how well they find people and that extra pass.
You can say anything you want about this guys play well in every area.
And you know what? Tell you what the game is for you. Highly productive in all areas.
Got it, I see so. Suns on his line by 14. Here's Childress.
He looks like a guy now knows his ability to attack the rim. He's got to lay that in.
And the next pitch to Clark Morgan's got 4 points this quarter.
He celebrates right around him. I'm trying to forget how strong he is.
On the
Yeah, they're ready to go hand. You can see it. The frustration is very visible. I mean, when you spread the ball, shoot the way they're there in the second half,
and then Sacramento. And since those guys see it, Jack and Green. And Thomas starts up from Marcus. And let's get this update now for Spurs on the sideline.
During that last break, which always turnovers for his team. Turnovers are killing us. We're making things way too easy on them. No more compensation. Make a right pass and you'll get quality shots. Guys,
he's got to tighten up his game. That's 5 turnovers.
And here we go. Here's Nash.
Like that one. He'll take advantage.
Great transition that time, guys.
Here's Evans. Back is it. Thomas. That's the break. That's blocked.
You got to use some fun here.
Nash has got
Should do it. This is an insurmountable lead.
Yeah, there's too much time left, too big a deficit to overcome. This one,
Thomas pitch to Cousins. Shot on the way. And here's the jump shot.
That was some skill there. Nice use of bounce back.
Clark comfortably racing up.
yeah, no question about it. Like they say on the playground, more scoreboard.
Wasted no time on that one.
That ought to do it. That's the seal of the deal.
Yeah, I agree. Closing it out with reps.
Now, here's Garcia. He's guarded by Hill. And pass to Thomas. The dish is up to Garcia. And lets it go from deep. Another three for Sacramento.
Nice little run here, but it may be too little too late.
Yeah, I agree. Doesn't have enough time, Steve. The clock is their enemy, not their friend.
And that's the next. Fades. Another one falls to the finish.
Well, he's trying to run the clock down. This thing is pretty much over.
Yeah, there's nothing but the result to be determined, though. So it's time to start thinking about the next game now.
And Cousins gets it to go.
Well, we know he can run hot or cold, but I like the way he's playing today.
There's Nash with the three. Another lead for finish.
That is a one-man show out here. I mean, looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
There's the three. It gets it to go.
He comes right back to the triple.
And eye for an eye. How about a 3-for-3, Steve?
So it's the Suns winning easily here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
Well, that'll do it. For Dorisburg, Steve Curry, Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Steve Nash.